Welcome to my channel. This is where I share my almost daily life with my family, friends, pets, some DIY projects, and even some cooking. So thanks for watching and let's get started. Hi guys, I'm at my six-week post-op appointment. Do you want to come along? Hi guys, I just had my 6-week post-op. Sorry it's so noisy, I'm underneath the bridge. But I thought I would stop here and have lunch. And it went really good. She said I don't have to wear the pillow that's underneath my sling now. So I was happy to hear about that. Except for like if my arm gets tired and stuff, I can put it on. Other than that, I see her in 6 weeks again. And the town we live near is population about 50,000-60,000 people, and just not too far from the city. This is a really nice place to come in and enjoy nature. I fished down here one time, but I didn't catch anything. I had some pretty big lures on, so it's probably a good thing I didn't. Since I was on this side of town, I stopped at Wendy's and got a
Dave's burger or something, but it's got double meat, cheese.
Although it's nice out today, the wind is still a little chilly, so I put a scarf on. But actually, you know, it's a pretty beautiful day out. It's a little noisy. I might go find a little bit quieter place where there might be some water around. But right now, this is what it looks like around here. And this is the old rendering plant where a lot of the dead deer that are laying alongside the road come here, and then I don't know if it's sent somewhere, but it must. I think they just cook everything up and it smells terrible. I think that was one of my dad's first jobs. He worked here and he'd come home smelling like the rendering plant. Whoop! I don't have my seatbelt on. So he would come home and smell like the rendering plant. It was kind of horrific. And then he worked for hauling gas, and we kind of liked that smell when he got home. But then he worked full-time at a bakery, and we really loved him when he got home from the bakery. That was a big change from the rendering plant. So yeah, some good memories. Bunyan camp. See what they have to offer here. It's an old logging camp. It's been here since I was a kid. This isn't the actual logging camp. It's been replicated, and I think they even brought some of the log homes here. So it was pretty neat, and to see how they lived back then. Hope you'll enjoy.
Good day, I'm John Linkind. I run the Wanigan. I am the camp clerk, or ink slinger, as the loggers call me. Like the cook, I also make $1.50 per day, mainly because my job calls for a well-educated man. Every night I open the Wanigan for the men to shop in. They can buy whatever supplies they need: wool socks, shirts, medicines, mittens, toothbrushes, games, and the most common purchase, standard or peerless tobacco. The Wanigan also serves as the post office. I hand out the mail and also help write letters and read letters to the men who are unable to read and write. I keep an accounting of all the purchases a man makes, and that amount is then deducted from his pay at the end of the season. One interesting thing you might notice is the lanterns hanging above the Wanigan. American Indians showed us how they work. We soak the ropes in kerosene and light them. Then they can be hung on trees so men can work at night. You will also notice the filer shanty in the room. In an actual camp, it would have been a separate building. The men have 2 sets of tools. The set they are not using are sharpened by the filer each day. Usually the filer is an older logger who cannot work in the woods any longer. Enjoy your visit today.
Hi, I'm glad to have you at the camp today. I'm Greg Devine, foreman here. The foreman is usually described as the toughest and strongest man in the camp. Truthfully, we need to be to run camps like this one. We usually begin logging in November and go until mid-March. I'm in charge of hiring, training, and sometimes firing the loggers. Typically, each crew consists of 2 sawyers who can cut down up to 100 white pines a day, a swamper who clears brush and cuts limbs, cleans up horse manure, and does minor road maintenance, a teamster who moves logs out of the woods with oxen or horses, a skidder who moves logs farther away, usually to a river where they will be floated downstream in the spring, and a decker who rolls them into a pile 4 to 10 feet high. In this camp, we have 3 crews, along with a cook, cookie, blacksmith, barn boys, filer, clerk, and a few road monkeys who work at night preparing roads for
camp. I do many jobs for the crew. If there is a metal or wood tool that we need to create or repair, I take care of that. I also work on chains for the sleds and harnesses for the horses, and often repair sleds, cant hooks, and PV poles. Most of the work I do centers around horse and oxen shoes. In addition to regular shoes, I also design special shoes for the animals so that they can navigate better in mud, deep snow, or icy roads.
This is the cook's shanty. Oh, we have one at home just like that. Oh, got a sharp knife. Kids could come along and get a hold of that. And I'll end here for today. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope if you liked, you'll subscribe. And we'll talk to you later. And here's the quote of the day. You don't need a silver fork to eat good food.